Learn to forgive yourself. Have you ever heard the story of the stone and the paper? In a classroom, the teacher presented two objects, a stone and a blank piece of paper. He asked a student to draw on the paper using the stone. Of course, the paper tore and was no longer intact. But the teacher then asked, if this represents the past, what can you do to make the paper whole again? One student replied, I'd apologize to the paper. Another suggested, I'd be more careful next time. The teacher smiled gently and said, sometimes what we need most is to forgive ourselves, to accept our mistakes, and to start anew with a fresh sheet of paper. This simple yet profound story reminds us of a powerful truth. Only when we learn to forgive ourselves can we truly move forward, letting go of past burdens to embrace a better future. So why is it often easier to forgive others than to forgive ourselves? Perhaps it's because we fear judgment, or we're afraid of not living up to others' expectations. Or maybe we simply set impossibly high standards for ourselves. We get stuck in a cycle of if only or I should have, and these thoughts become invisible stones weighing heavily on our souls. The longer we cling to these stones from the past, the heavier our hearts become, eroding our self-belief and causing us to miss out on fully living in the present. The key to inner freedom isn't about erasing memories, but about learning to view our mistakes with compassion and forgiveness for ourselves, just as we would for a dear friend in need of comfort. When we talk about healing and self-forgiveness, I often think of the inspiring journey of Maya Angelou, the legendary American poet, author, and civil rights activist. Her childhood was marked by deep trauma, leading her to become selectively mute for 5 years. During that time, she carried the heavy burden of shame, guilt, and self-blame for what had happened, feeling as though she couldn't do anything to protect herself. This is a weight many of us also experience. The pain of things we feel responsible for, or things we wish we could have changed in the past. However, with extraordinary resilience and support from those around her, Maya Angelou gradually learned to accept her past. She began to write, telling her own story with raw honesty, without hiding any of her scars. It was this process of confronting, accepting, and ultimately forgiving herself for what had occurred, for her silence, and for the pain she had carried, that liberated her soul. She found her voice, not just as an individual, but as a representative for millions who had been hurt. Her life stands as a powerful testament that letting go of past burdens is the foundation for rising above, finding inner strength, and truly inspiring the world. So how can we learn to forgive ourselves, much like Maya Angelou did? It's a journey that requires patience and deep understanding. You can begin with small yet meaningful steps. First, acknowledge your feelings and your mistakes. Don't deny your sadness, anger, or disappointment. Simply recognize them as a natural part of life. Accepting your emotions is the first step toward releasing their grip on your spirit. Next, practice talking to yourself with kindness. Treat yourself with compassion just as you would comfort a struggling friend. Instead of criticizing, offer words of encouragement and understanding. Furthermore, learn to find the positive lessons in every stumble. Every mistake, every challenge teaches us something invaluable about our capabilities, our limits, and our true worth. Seek out the hidden lessons in each experience to transform them into priceless life wisdom for the future. Finally, a powerful therapeutic method you can try is writing a letter to yourself. Pour out all the sadness, regret, and heavy emotions you're carrying. Then, write words of forgiveness and encouragement for your future self. You can keep the letter as a reminder, or burn it as a symbolic act of release. What truly matters is the emotional catharsis it provides. It's crucial to remember that forgiveness doesn't mean forgetting the past or denying what happened. Forgiving yourself is a conscious choice not to let your past dictate your present and your future. It's the bravest act you can take to set yourself free and move forward. Just like that torn piece of paper, you can absolutely begin each new day with a fresh sheet. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Don't live forever in regret or self-blame. It is your own compassion and forgiveness for yourself that will form the solid foundation for you to go further, to discover the best versions of who you can be. You deserve inner peace, an open future, and abundant hope when you learn to forgive yourself and love yourself. This isn't just an option. It's a profound gift you give to your own soul. In our next discussion, we'll delve deeper into self-gratitude, a vital element that strengthens self-forgiveness. We'll also explore how to build lasting self-confidence after forgiving and accepting your past. If you found this article meaningful and valuable, please like, share, and subscribe to help us spread this positive energy to more people. Here's to finding the courage to forgive and the compassion to love yourself on this incredible journey of growth.